Previously on Survivor. Winnick's blindside had left Sababa with a 4-4 split of newbies versus returners, and the newbies were feeling uneasy.
If Eggroll came to our side, it'd be 5 returners versus 4 newbies, and theoretically, if they wanted to, they could just start picking us off.
And a failed plot by McQuad had led to Eric Eggroll ready to mutiny away, leaving them with potentially losing one of their numbers.
I don't want the 5 of us to go home next week, so I think our goal needs to be to warn these people.
So McQuad began to plant seeds for the Sababa newbies to join them during the mutiny, to unite all the newbies and divide Sababa.
Eggroll told our tribe that he's gonna play his mutiny, so I just wanted to give you more than 10 seconds to think about your decision.
Andrew and Dylan are. If Andrew and Dylan do it, and I'm left, and we're left the minority, I don't feel good.
As Eric played the mutiny, the tribes were entirely split newbies versus returners.
I didn't think all of Sababa was gonna win.
The returners managed to eke out a win, which meant a newbie was going home. JS wanted Jess out because of her proximity to returners.
To be honest with you, I see Jess as a veteran because she switched her vote earlier on Winnick. She's told me blatantly that she's working with Morgan and other returnees.
But the Sababa newbies wanted Sam, as she was the easiest Majesta to target.
Okay, so who do you not want to participate in the next challenge,
Sam.
right? Clearly.
While Tony, Miranda, and Jack all considered flipping to vote Sam.
If there's no way to sway them to vote Jess, we have to go Sam.
Yeah.
Andrew ultimately saw the benefit to taking out Jess.
She went to high school with Dylan. She's got close ties to Doug. She's got a girls' alliance with Katie and Morgan. She's tight with all 4 of them.
And she was sent home unanimously. 13 remain, who will be going home tonight.
Bye, Jess. I'm sorry. I really
liked
you.
Sorry, Jess.
It was actually surprising that all the Sababa newbies decided to vote with us on this vote. I guess they're really trying to show that they want to work with us and kind of just go with what we say. Think about what we want, think about what they want, think about what's best for the whole tribe.
It's a risk going into another challenge, guys. It's very probable that we lose again.
I'm not sorry in a game sense, but I'm very sorry on a personal level. I mean, on a personal level, I really, really like Jess. Jess was one of my favorite people out here. But on a game level, she was in with the newbies, she was in with the returners, she was in with everybody.
So I don't think it's a huge secret that Miranda.
I don't have it with me.
Yeah, no.
But I do. It's a schoolyard swap. I get to pick the 2 team captains, and then the team captains pick the teams. After a couple of weeks, I have finally decided that it's time to use my lovely piece of paper tribe swap. Because since there are now 8 newbies, I can split up the team so that there's 4 newbies on each tribe, and then one tribe has 2 returners and one tribe has 3 returners. So that regardless of what team loses at the next challenge, a returner will go home on either tribe.
Dylan doesn't have one. He's about to shit his pants.
Then Dylan's the first go home on this side because not only is he the biggest threat, but definitely
If you're sure he doesn't have the idol.
I was with Dylan when Dylan found out Winnick's plan. If you had idol,
Jess being voted out unanimously absolutely sucks. Even though it's definitely what we needed in terms of the newbie tribe, it's definitely not enhancing my game personally because I have a better relationship with her than I do Sam.
Yeah.
I get his legacy advantage. Aww. This makes me feel even worse. Thanks, Jess. So Jess had the legacy advantage, which she got from Doug. And I was lucky enough that she gave it to me. I was never trying to blindside Jess. I didn't want to blindside Jess, and I didn't want Jess going home. It makes me feel worse as a person, but at the end of the day, I had to do what I had to do for me.
Dylan needs to go before Eggroll.
Dude,
I don't care if you don't like him. Dylan is such a bigger fan. He's so dumb. JS, look, who is he connected to? Literally the dust particle over there.
even if Eggroll is in it now, he's not gonna last long. We all seen Eggroll. He ain't lasting.
How does everyone feel about me? Okay, Sam, you're ridiculous. You don't even know the names of people on the other tribe. Even though I haven't even played with them or spoken to them, I at least know all of their names.
Not knowing someone's name is not in a correlation to me not caring about them. I found that there are a couple of them I want to work with. I personally have very bad memory. If you are not in a book that I need to know for a class, you are usually not on my mind, and therefore your information kind of gets filtered out. I do know some of them. There's Michaela, Fish, and dude, I totally just forgot your name, but those are the only 3 I have. I mean, I play the game how I'm playing it. It works for me. I'm sorry, it doesn't work for you.
Katie, since she's a winner, you can kind of like work with her. Like she has the biggest target on her back, but like she's
That's
Doug.
why I always rally people to vote on Katie.
Yeah, with Doug though, people are gonna become friends with him. and,
Exactly.
He's
Like,
so
I think
friendly.
Doug needs to go.
See you guys.
So I am making dumplings for all the returners. I want to make myself like get in, so I'm actually working with them as opposed to just like having this loose bond where I'm like a returner, because I'm obviously like the last returner left who was on Majesta. They can always just pin me as an easy vote, so I definitely need to make my alliances with these guys real. Here we go. Got the dumplings over there.
Okay, like, wow, I'm going to Eggroll's house. This is like, I'm pretty sure Santi didn't believe me when I told him, like, it was like, this is monumental. Me and Eggroll have, like, a good relationship going to the challenge. I'm gonna vote him out if we lose. But I don't have a problem with him as a person anymore, so that's good.
Also, I'm, like, super pumped for dumplings.
Sababa, that is long gone. I mean, all the newbies have made it clear that it's a newbie versus returner game. I guess they can do what they want because they have the numbers, but I'm not going down without a fight.
I mean, the fact that Morgan's not even here, though, I just think that's an automatic L on her part.
On the returning tribe, it's a sad little crew of 5 of us. You know, small but mighty. But it's just kind of tragic because if there's only 5 of us, it's gonna be like shooting fish in a barrel if we start losing challenges.
JS seems to have a lot of power, I feel like.
I just don't see how he's so easily able to like manipulate people.
Yeah.
I'm saying like if he tried to like do whatever he's doing to all them to me, I'd be like, no.
Well, I guess because they're new, I don't know.
Yeah. He came off like the very first week people liked him, so then just from then it was kind of just like, I'm not gonna vote him out as opposed to someone else.
But it's just annoying, like they keep seeing this as a returner newbie game, but it's like, what do you,
it didn't have to
we're in
be.
the minority, and we're in the minority, like what do you expect us to do?
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know, like.
Soka Trio? No. Because I personally won't pigeonhole myself to these 5 people because that was a mistake that Soka Trio did because I already have like 2 or 3 people that I'm talking to on the other side. I'm starting to feel that like shift, and we're not as strong as Soka Trio where they can find all the idols, like play it like strategically and stuff like that, but yeah, I can definitely see the sides forming and I'm not going to stay like too comfortable.
Yo, this is awesome, by the way. This is how I seduced my game.
It smells so good. Dude, dumplings. Eggroll made us dumplings. He's always delivering cookies and now dumplings.
Yeah, I'm like Ozzy, I got.
You provide.
Returners, meet the new newbies. Jess, voted out at the last tribal council. Eggroll, you went from one tribe to the other. You played the community. How do you feel on this new tribe? Do you feel safer, more secure?
I mean, it was like out of the frying pan into the fryer. Well, not really. It was out of one frying pan into another frying pan. It's not worse or better. I mean, okay, I think it's a little bit better.
Dylan, this is the arena. You know, we usually start the game here, but this season we didn't.
Yeah.
You're a veteran. You've been here before. You're smart. Why do you think we're here? What do you think we're going to be doing?
My gut is telling me to steal the bacon.
Okay. I've got good news and bad news. Good news is, we're playing Steal the Bacon. Oh, the bad news though, drop your buffs from merging.
What?
Tribal immunity is no longer up for grabs. From now on, you will be playing for individual immunity. You will all be heading to each tribal council from now on, and every member you vote out will join the jury.
Wow, we made jury!
Did they have to look at this
The jury will be at every tribal council and will have the ultimate decision of who wins this game. I have a bag of dominoes. 11 are black, 2 are yellow. The 2 people who have yellow dominoes will be team captains. They will then choose their teams of 6 to compete and steal the bacon. The one person who's not chosen for a team will not compete. The winning team will all receive immunity from tribal, which means 6 people will be immune. Now the 7th person gets to choose which team to support before the challenge starts. If that team wins immunity, that person also gets immunity. At most, 7 people will win immunity. Here's how Steal the Bacon works. This is the bacon. It will be in the middle of the field. The teams will start on opposite sides. I will call for 1 male, 1 female, 2 males, 2 females, 1 male and a female. They will have to race, get the bacon, and pull it over the line on their side. The team to do that gets a point. We're going to first to 6 points. So 3, 2, 1, reveal. The team captains are Jack and Dylan. So, Jack, can you please come up to my left? Dylan, come to my right. Jack.
Doug.
Alright, Doug is joining Jack's team.
I'll take Tony.
Egg roll.
Michaela.
Miranda.
Okay, Katie.
God, I was trying to get out. Fish.
Yeah, Andrew.
Jess.
So Sam and Morgan. Last 2. Dylan, whoever you don't pick will get to decide which team to root for. Meaning they have a chance to win immunity without doing anything.
Okay. Okay, Sam.
Alright.
Oh, deadass.
So, the 2 teams are, on Jack's team, we have Jack, Doug, Eggroll, Miranda, Fish, and JS. Dylan's team, we have Dylan, Tony, Michaela, Katie, Andrew, and Sam. Morgan, you are sitting out. You don't even have to get dirty or anything. You get to decide which team to support. If you have chosen the team that wins, you will also get immunity.
I think I'll go with them. I saw Tony in the last challenge, so. Don't live up to my expectations. Destroy Doug.
Alright, so Morgan is supporting Dylan's team. If Dylan wins immunity, so does Morgan.
I played football for 3 years, so that's like bringing back flashbacks of football. I did not have the height, the strength, the weight, the anything to like play football.
The heart.
No, I had the heart. I had the brain and the heart, but I didn't have basically anything else you needed.
Put up a girl first. Alright, Jack going up for Jack's team. Survivors ready. Go! Katie being dragged by Jack. Fully being dragged, nothing she can do. Oh my god. You're good, Katie. Alright, Dylan going for his team. Eggroll going for Jack's team. Survivors ready. Go! Go, Eggroll! Dylan is a runner. He's speed 5 and Eric has weight on him. Dylan going long. Dylan trying his hardest. Eggroll got it. Fish and Doug versus Tony and Andrew. 2-0. Survivors ready. Go! Oh shit. Fish, trip. Go, 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 go! Yeah. Come on, y'all. Survivors ready. Go! Come on, Sam. Miranda and Jack get it first. McKenna in it. Sam and Miranda trying to get it out of each other's hands.
Get up then.
Drag him!
Just drag the bacon. At the wheel.
Michaela is an extension of the bacon.
So close. Jack, bacon's so close. Come on, drag him. One more foot. Come on. One more foot.
It's over.
Oh my god! I've never seen such brutality in this game. Like Andrew tackled someone, shoes are getting taken off.
JS. Right. Tony, it's on you, bud. Come on, Tony.
Survivors ready. Go! Yeah.
Come on, Tony.
What the fuck? 5-0. 5 for Jack's team, 0 for Dylan. If Dylan loses this next round, Jack's team wins immunity. It's Eggroll and Jack versus Dylan and Michaela. Survivors ready. Go!
Go, got it.
Dylan gets it. Runs into Jack.
Up on Eggroll.
Michaela, get Eggroll!
Jack, keep on. Come on, Dylan.
Everyone on their feet. Dylan trying to push Eggroll off. It is a stalemate right now. With Dylan trying to trip Dylan hurt. His shoulder dislocated, it seems like. Jack's team wins immunity.
Okay, I'm listening.
Jack's team, you each get an immunity necklace.
Are they turtles? Oh, that's so cute.
So, Doug, Eggroll, JS, Fish, Jack, and Miranda are all immune from Tribal Council. None of them can go home, which means one of the 7 of you, Andrew, Morgan, Michaela, Sam, Tony, Katie, or Dylan, will be the first member of the jury. In addition to winning immunity, you guys also get the first clue to a new hidden immunity idol. So, other than that, got nothing for you? Free to go.
The fact that JS beat Tony is probably the funniest thing that came out of that challenge. I still don't know how he did it. I'm still speechless. Props to you, JS. Tony, I love you. I'm sorry, but JS killed you.
Wait, Eggo, can we reenact what you
Okay,
did
someone
last
had to
time?
say.
Hey, good job on winning. No, it was more like this. Good job on winning.
Fuck you! I hate JS!
The biggest thing that I'm kind of mad about is the fact that JS was on our side when we won this. Like, are you kidding me? Like, why do we win when you're with us? Couldn't you just be on the losing side so then like we could target you? I'm a master of disappointment. It's a really big deal that all the returners are split up. I think that a returner is going home this next tribal.
Clue 1. The idol is of capital importance, and you want to find it fast. Whatever you do, don't dilly-dally. Every second matters, so don't let it pass.
Yay, we made the merge! Oh my gosh, like, I was so worried about being such a lame duck and getting voted out before the merge, and like, my checklist of survivor goals, like, make the merge, like, knock that one out of the park, like, and like, I guess I was a team captain and our team got immunities. I'm not going to check that one off because I'd like to have an individual immunity sometime, but like, I've basically done that too. Oh my gosh, it was just so great.
I'm convinced someone on your old tribe has it.
Yeah, I kind of think so too.
Based on all the clues, someone could have definitely found it the first week. It was. I'm pretty sure it's hidden in plain sight.
What? I don't think it was
God.
the stamp site, dude.
Yeah, it was hidden in plain sight.
This is a really exciting part of the game. You know, merge is a big deal, getting to jury is a big deal. Now you're like a part of this game from now on. I've made it. Anders says you guys get a clue to a new hidden immunity idol. And that's good because I want a hidden immunity idol.
The plan right now is to go to Anne Arundel to try to get the idol. Also, Eggroll just left. He was walking with us, but he left. He's going to Stamp, aka going to Stamp.
Do you want to run?
We should go. Okay, we're running. Doug's down there. JS, he knows.
Fish and Jack kind of split up for me, and I kind of started babysitting Doug because I wanted to make sure if Doug found an idol, I saw him find the idol. So also it gave me a really great opportunity to start speaking to Doug. I need to surround myself by big threats in this game if I want to move forward in this game.
Right now it's really bad for Simmons, but the last 2 or 3 veterans around, they're gonna go to the wild card. Everyone wants you going first. And I don't want that because in this game I made some big moves and I need big people like you to stand around as like a shield, and you need me around for the same exact reasons.
And I told him everything. Because in this game, you just gotta give people lots of information so they trust you. People want to work with people who have an open mouth. And my mouth is the most open in the world. As long as he just thinks I'm giving him information, he'll feel comfortable with me.
I'm sitting here like I'm trying to play, but I can't. Like I literally, if I didn't win, I would have gotten home. Like it's just like...
Everyone come join the conversation.
Yeah.
Newbies are all gonna live together this week. And they're gonna get one of the veterans out.
And we're safe.
You guys are safe regardless. But I don't want to go to the final 8 with those 8 people because I know for a fact they're going to join me first. And the only one I'm like close with, and everyone knows his name, is Tony. And Tony's close to Andrew, which I also don't like.
Be careful because
I know.
You know, like my season, you know the person that won.
The roommate
my
thing is very scary.
And we both like were roommates. We were on different tribes all the time. Like can't merge.
No,
just,
it's
like,
very scary.
Ran through.
On the open, you guys have beef.
Yeah, we have beef. People know.
No one will expect you guys to come together. You and I
we have beef.
The most beef.
Yeah, literally.
No one's gonna expect veterans. No one's expecting me to work with veterans.
I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd time JS proposed to be in an alliance with me. By the end of it, I was like, I wanted to work with JS. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, fool me once, right? Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like, fool me 3 times, like, oh my god. I must really be dumb. I think trusting JS is the biggest mistake anyone can make in this game.
I think we're the 2 best players in the game. I think we have to work together. Like, I have no qualms to sit next to you in the final 3 and see who wins.
I know I can't fully trust JS, but at this point, do I have any options? Like, no. I have no one on the inside, so like, might as well have it be JS. It's good to know there's someone fighting for you when the other 7 newbies aren't. You know I'm a big target. You wouldn't invest time in me if you wanted to get me out next week. That would be such a waste. That wastes both our times. Like,
no, I know. And everyone's gonna want you out. And I hope you have like idols like you had last time.
I want to find it so bad.
Who the fuck has the idol?
I don't know.
I need Doug to stay in this game. I need him to. Thank God he's safe this week, but he's not gonna be safe next week. I have to use these people as shields. I think Doug will play ball with me a little bit. I know he lies to everyone. He will lie straight to your face. He's amazing, impeccable social game. If he makes it to the end, I'll vote for him. Happily. Happily. He deserved it to win last time, you saw.
Do you think it's bad if I vote with the, like, if I were to vote with the returners, like, do you think it would make it different?
Are the returners gonna go after one newbie?
I think.
I wouldn't be that upset if a newbie was idled out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As long as it's not. If we have everyone in the game voting for 2 people, but all the newbies are on 1 person, then they can't do anything. That's a good move.
It was Dylan, Andrew, Tony, Sam, and Katie and Michaela, and then Morgan on 1 team. I don't really want Morgan to go home, but having Dylan and Katie, 2 huge threats that are possibilities to go home, is awesome.
I think Doug would vote whichever is voting.
Yeah, because he just wants to save his ass.
Yeah.
It does raise some questions about how we have to strategize this because of potential idols, but it's definitely awesome that those 2 big threats are up at the chopping block. Personally, I don't think anyone would give an idol to anyone else. If I was Doug, I would not give it to Dylan. It's merge, it's an individual game.
I feel like they're gonna vote for Tony or Michaela, maybe.
No. More of the returners are original orange, so they're gonna get rid of Tony. Cryo. I think we should tell people Dylan and Morgan. And then I think 6 of us should vote for Katie.
I'm not opposed to voting Katie out this week.
It's very possible Katie has the idol.
Yeah, I'd rather put it on Dylan.
Okay, that's what we should have done.
3 returners are able to be voted out, and now it's how do we want to vote to make sure a returner goes home and to flush out any idols if there are any.
I mean, honestly, best case scenario right now is we knock out all 5 returners one by one. There's still 5 of us versus 3 of them.
I
Knock
know.
the 3 of them out, then Sam, JS, final 3.
Yes.
Bam, bam,
I love that.
bam.
My ultimate goal in this game is to get myself, mainly, as far as I can. Then my next goal is to get there as far as I can with Miranda and Tony. They're my 2 right-hand men and women, and I really want the 3 of us to go as far as possible.
I'm just the most vocal.
I know, I've just kind of like gone with it. I'm like,
No, you should be like, yeah, he is. He's a big threat or something like that. Because then one day they're going to want you to vote out me and you'll be like, yeah, and we'll blindside them.
yeah, that's what I've been going with.
No, I know I'm like my quad shield. I know I'm the first one to go out when like a flip happens or an idol's played.
JS is getting on my nerves a little now. He's done some sketchy things, and he plays the game so hard, and I can't tell where the difference between his character is and his personality. So I don't know how I feel about that, and I would be okay seeing him go.
So Tony's in a lot of danger this week, guys. Yeah. If they all vote together and they correctly play the idol, he's going home.
I'm not gonna let you go home.
No,
You're
my
not going
God.
home.
Our game would be so fun.
Yeah, guys, we're meeting
Andrew would be
Final four.
We have to. I totally see
Final
it.
4.
If the veterans all vote together and they play the idol correctly, 100% Tony will be their target. Why will Tony be their target? Because he was on the Majesta team, and he's one of my closest allies, and everyone knows he's my closest ally. We haven't even been hiding that, so we could hide the McQuad crew.
I know we discussed with Fish a lot yesterday. We don't want to do what Fish wants to do. We want to do what we want. The best thing to do is to
Yeah, I think
big
Fish is gonna
threats.
try to run boats.
100%. We need to get the.
But we don't want to make
We
it
need
seem
to
like
keep
we're
the
running
big
boats.
threats in the game, so the orange newbies don't flip on us. We need to get
Can
up.
we just get rid of Morgan? Just put
That's
all the
what I
votes on
wanna do.
Morgan. Like, no,
That's what I
don't
wanna do.
split it. Just put
And
them all
they're
on Morgan.
definitely not going to expect that because Dylan and Katie are the big threats.
And we still have people like Katie and people like Dylan this week who they really want to get out, and I would prefer Morgan to get out. So I need to start setting up the weaker veterans to go home first, because then the big dogs will be scary targets and the newbies will want to go after them and they won't want to go after me yet, and I'm gonna make it further in the game.
So I want to make Fish very weak because
We want to. If there's an idol, we want it to come out but not be played for Morgan.
It will definitely be played this week.
So we don't say that. I think we don't tell people that we're voting for.
100%.
We tell the returners that we want
Katie and Dylan. This is fun.
Do we have to say we're splitting it? Can we say we're going all for one person?
It's smart because
we can do
what
that
if they
too.
flip?
Because actually we can't even flip. Like we can't even. Split.
We don't have the numbers to split.
But next week we will.
So the returners that are up for grabs are Dylan, Katie, and Morgan. Everyone thinks that Dylan or Katie has the idol, but they think it's more likely that Katie has it because Dylan would have played it the winning vote. But at the same time, we don't have enough votes to split between Dylan and Katie. So that means that there's like no way that can work out. So basically, the only option left, what we determined is that like we all have to vote for Morgan. We're all just gonna vote for Morgan and like blindside them.
If an idol is successfully played this week and all the veterans vote together, it's gonna be you that goes home.
Okay,
It's
so
gonna be
wait.
you 3 that goes
What
home.
did you hear?
I think they might still be together. Put a idol on Dylan and send one of the 3 of you home.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
I'm really worried about that.
I think most of the newbies agree Doug and Dylan are the 2 biggest threats. So I'd love to get Doug out. We can't. So we'll get the next best option in Dylan. Basically what JS said is, I don't want to go for Dylan in case Dylan has an idol. I'm like, ugh. These damn idols are going to be the end of me.
Because then if they get one of us out, then it's down to 7 and 5. All they have to do is flip one of us. It's so easy for them.
I mean,
That's so easy.
Do you think if Dylan or Katie have an idol, they'll think to play it for Morgan? Or they'd even contemplate playing it for Morgan?
I don't think they'll play it for Morgan.
When would they play for each other? Dylan and Katie.
Dylan and
That's more of a possibility.
I think so.
Okay, so what if we tell them each other, like we tell Katie Dylan, we tell Dylan Katie, and
We get all the returners
But
thinking
then
we're
Dylan
voting
is
for
gonna
one of
tell
them.
Katie that
Then we
you're
vote
still-
for
No, then the 8 of us vote for Morgan.
I'd rather get Dylan or Katie.
Yeah, but if it's so wait, but would you do it at the risk of one of us going home? Like,
If we pass this week, we will always have the numbers because it'll be 8 on 4. We can always split. And
yeah,
we'll be
exactly.
fine.
But right now we don't.
That's why we
don't.
have to survive this week.
The plan is to flush out an idol, and then going forward, it's so much easier to make these votes because 8-4 is a lot better than 8-5, and then we can potentially split the votes next time. So this is a very challenging and delicate tribal coming up, but moving forward, I think that it will be a lot easier to get all of the returning players out.
Like last season, I kind of knew where everyone lied, so I could just like talk to everyone, make a final 3 deal with everyone, and know that they're not going to tell each other. This season, I don't know exactly. Instead of just like going to every newbie and being like, I could see us working together and doing my usual charm, I'll just give it to the few people and see if that makes them trust me more.
There's a lot of newbies versus returners like talk, and like just straight up a returner's probably going to come this week.
Are you playing for yourself or are you playing like
Exactly,
for the newbies?
especially now that it's merged.
If I go into this saying like, oh, the 5 returners are gonna stick together, like we're in the minority. Like that's just stupid.
Yeah.
And like for me, being someone that people are looking to go after, having more returners is just worse for me because I think if people are like, oh, they're too strong, they'll want to vote me out. Like I understand like if it to prove like my trust to like you guys or whoever, like if I'll vote one of them out too.
I am interested in working with newbies. I just don't want to get played.
So I'm planting seeds right now. I'm like going to the, like Miranda and Jack and just like throwing out little grass seeds. I'm not like taking a knife and just like slashing, but I'm like, you know, just like planting my garden to let it like rise.
Tony and Andrew are roommates, and so they're like,
As
doing
far as I
together.
know, I don't think they're that close, honestly.
I had a roommate
A
last
lot.
season. We just did the same thing. But
Yeah.
We ended up working together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why I just like when they say it, I don't like you can't really believe it until they vote differently. Because like me and my roommate never voted differently after the merge. You know your roommate isn't gonna vote you out, basically. Like no matter how much you say that.
How much did you guys like talk to each other? Like
Roommates? Oh, you do every day.
every day?
Yeah,
about
you
the game?
always do, and like that's the thing. It's like people, you're gonna downplay it too.
And I also plant seeds about the roommate thing like all the time just because like I'm like, trust me, I would know.
Is the primary goal like to get all 5 of us out and then go?
I don't think it's like that's the goal right now.
Yeah.
I think most people, like at least from the people that I've talked to, like I think it's just for this vote, and like after that, like people are interested in like working with some of the returners and bringing them in. I don't see like taking out the returners as being the strongest move just because you don't know where you stand in the final 8. You know.
Yeah. So I made it to merge again. Woohoo! Hopefully I'm not being the first person voted out again.
Yeah, so let me be honest. You guys have numbers. There's easy votes. Obviously.
And then there's smart votes.
Right. Andrew and Tony like literally are so reminiscent of like Doug from last season. Like Andrew tells me all the same lines that like Doug would say about his roommate.
I do think it'd be good to vote Andrew or Tony out just because my like thing has always been like I want to know who the third person is in their final 3-pack because look what happened last season. I mean literally they say the same lines that Doug and Santi would say last season, so I feel like they need to be split up.
So basically, like I think a lot of people really just want to get Dylan out because he's like a huge physical threat. in the
Yeah.
game, right. And then Katie is obviously a social threat because she's won before. So those are like the 2 big threats like of the people who can go home.
I was under the impression it was Dylan.
Okay.
That's the name I've been hearing. Okay.
Yeah, I've been thinking Dylan.
You know, the newbies all met up last night, and they were like, okay, we need to like say the same thing to everyone. And that is like, it's gonna be like Dylan or Katie, but we're leaning towards Dylan. And it's only because those are like the 2 big threats in the game.
Everyone always forgets about me. I don't understand because I'm definitely obnoxious. Like, I feel like I'm not like the quiet one in the corner. You have Katie who's 1, and like if people watch her play, they know she's like very sociable. And then you have like Dylan, so you can see that he's like physically strong, also, you know, rather likable guy. Dylan's not loyal. Dylan told us day 1 that we'll stick together and then renegotiate at merge. And then there's me. Who am I? I'm like cool and fun and flirty maybe. Like that'll be their mistake if they just let me keep on sliding by. But it's working for me for now, I guess. And I hope that like it's actually Dylan and not me.
What's going on with the 2 of us?
I mean, like
Squashed, not squashed?
I'm not sure right now.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm honestly not sure right now because like
I hear like a lot of things, and it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I think you've played a better game than me so far.
Well, I got 2 of your allies out and prevented the revote
Yeah.
out, so I'd
Yeah.
agree. I honestly think you'll be in the last 2 bets.
Yeah, I think I could definitely be in the last 2 bets.
What do you think's best for your game this week?
Dylan, I think Dylan has to go. Katie, she won't win challenges as often.
Guest appearance.
Yo, Survivor, what's up?
The thing about Survivor is that a lot of relationships, at least in Survivor UMD, a lot of the relationships that are made are like complete for arbitrary reasons, and just being a returner is like one of them. I prefer a newbie go home this week, but it really sucks because newbies do have the numbers advantage, so they will pick off a returner this week most likely. But it being the merge, I think that will allow me to create more relationships in general.
Like, I don't really have anyone.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously I'm gonna, like, and I also think, like, that kind of applies to a lot of the Sababa, like, newbies, where, like, I think you guys are also kind of on the outs, because, like, the Majesta people are really tight, and, like, maybe you can, like, work with them eventually, but, like, they're still gonna have, like, really tight bonds. It's like, I do want to work with you. So
No, and I want to work with you.
I think there's like 3 groups. Majesta, there's the newbies from Sababa who like went over, and then there's like the returners. I want to work with you guys, and I'm totally fine with voting away returners, but the thing is we have to know like when we have to take out one of them, or else there won't be any time.
I'm basically not a member of Majesta. I'm basically barely a member of the returners, and it's not like I'm a member of like the Sababa newbies.
I just want to make sure we have like no bad blood between us.
No, dude, look, you're not the one I have bad blood with. Like, you don't have to worry about that.
I can't target JS, so my target right now is on Tony because he's like, first of all, he's a physical threat, and second of all, he's who I presume to be JS's closest ally. So voting him out would basically be as big a blow as I can do to JS in this game as possible right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we can make the target Tony, maybe the other newbies might be like down because they might think like, hey, Tony's also a threat.
I wish JS could leave, honestly. I really want to kick his ass out, but like
that's why I wanted to get Tony. And like,
I just feel like we're stuck because it's like 8 new people, and then
there's not much we can do.
If they don't split, then we're screwed.
Yeah. Like, I just kind of wish the Sababa, like, newbies were, like, thinking, like, hey, the Majesta 5's Majesta 5.
I actually, like, trusted them until, like, they just flipped on Mutiny, and I was like, okay, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to vote out a lot of them. I wanted JS gone, but because JS is immune this time, I can't vote him out. And I don't really want Dylan or Morgan gone, or Tony or Andrew, but then it comes down to Michaela, and it's just, like, a stupid situation. It's just screwed up. Because I wanted to make sure we're all on the same page, because it's really important that we either vote together, or if we're giving up, that, like, we all know what we're doing, because I don't want us to, like,
and do you think Dylan would be cool with, like, oh, yeah, no, you guys are gonna vote?
Well, I think if that was the case, we would probably have to, like, us 4 meet separately without Dylan.
Yeah.
But
I think returners are smart enough to know that, like, there's, like, I don't know, it doesn't really seem like anyone's receptive to, like, other people anyway, so it's, like, and there's, like, very limited options, because obviously I don't want you or Andrew gone. So then, like, so then, like, that means it has to be Sam or Dylan.
I don't know, I think the people on my side, like, the returners are smart enough to know, like, obviously, like, I think there was, like, some sort of talk where we're, like, we're not gonna, like, be necessarily coming after each other first, but, like, I think in our heads, we all know, like, at some point we're gonna, like, vote each other out. It's just a matter of when, like, who gets to what person first, you know? I know that there's no way you can make it to the end with, like, only returners, like, and that's a really stupid thought to have, because you're already in the minority. Yeah. Now, all the newbies just think this is a returners newbie game, like, want me gone, and it's like, I'm like, but I've never felt that way, and I've, like, made every effort to try and, like, talk to everyone. And y'all have 8 fucking people! I don't understand why they think it's so threatening that I'm trying to play this game. Like, I'm not sitting here waiting to get voted out. Like, obviously I'm gonna talk to you. I want to point out to them, like, listen, if you guys pick us all off, who do you think is next? Like, think about where you stand in that group of 8 now. Like, you're probably on the bottom, so I need you to, like, reevaluate where you stand and actually, like, make strategic decisions.
Yeah.
But, like, your name has been thrown quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because, like, obviously there's only 3 returners, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, you know the name they're going for a returner, like, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are throwing, like, you and Dylan.
Okay.
and obviously the reasons you're being correct. Like, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It kind of seems that they're leaning slightly more towards Dylan.
Okay. Michaela was like, yeah, I think that like Majesta people probably want like a returner out because like they're out to get returners. So
I think out of the three of you,
yeah,
Dylan probably scares me.
yeah. So I know it's gonna be a returner, and then Michaela tells me it's gonna be Dylan. Jack and Miranda tell me it's gonna be Dylan. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna be Dylan. Like, what do I do? But you know, in the back of my mind, Dylan has an idol. So if he plays an idol, then anyone he wants will go home.
I root for underdogs and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it has.
And right now, returnees are underdogs. No, it's true.
I guess so. We're in the minority. But
Cameo!
Don't you feel like the underdogs are really like, I don't know, the newbies though?
No. I think you're gonna be okay too.
Okay.
I want you to know that.
I really think so.
No, you will be. The newbies decided
Yeah.
on like Dylan and you.
Okay.
Because you guys are like the two
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
threats.
Uh-huh.
However, we're all leaning towards Dylan.
Okay.
So that's all we're allowed to say because they want to like flush all the idols in the world.
Okay.
I do want to like keep in touch. I definitely think you can survive a few more votes.
Yeah.
And that's like where the game will really like begin to like
For
evolve.
sure.
Because this like I'm not going to final 8 with them because I know I'm a big threat in this game. And
Yeah,
I don't want to
think
go
you're
to the final 8
perceived as the
with them.
ringleader. I mean, Miranda said
I'm
it
not.
herself
I'm not
too.
like the ringleader
And
though. It's not just me. You know who else is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
running the show. You know who kind of like decided that all of them would step forward.
Oh yeah.
Because I really can't ever work with her in this game. Like, come on. Like, that girl is vicious season 4. She's just like very hard to read. She's a pretty good liar. She's pretty savage. Like, I don't think she's in this room being like, yeah, I want to work with JS this game. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for telling me though. Seriously.
No, I just
Hey,
wanted to give you.
She said LOL.
Oh, I was just texting her.
But yeah, thanks for.
All right, you have a good one.
Okay, thanks.
We just
I'll
failed
be
the
back.
test.
It's fine. I'm done. Second fucking time he tries to pull shit on me. Like, I'm so fucking done. But I can see how convincing he is. Because everyone's lying and straight bullshitting me. Like, JS has been bullshitting the fuck out of me. He's like lying through his teeth, telling me like, oh, it's probably gonna be you or Dylan, but I'm trying to lean towards Dylan because I want to save you. You know, I know you. I don't have any connection with Dylan. Like, okay, JS.
So I've been trying to find an opportunity for this. But, it's a game changer.
When? Where'd you get that? Today?
Wait, just wait. I was gonna hide this at challenge.
Oh,
but
you made that?
Yeah, I never have a chance to hide this because everyone's so fucking like on the literally like Jack's staring at me as I'm looking under couches and stuff, and I'm just like, bro.
It's probably gonna be me or Dylan because we're the bigger threats. Because Morgan sits around not wanting to participate in challenges because she's worried her hair is gonna get messed up before her dinner date.
Fuck, this is not good. I can't afford to lose you. We're kind of fucked. I feel like if any of us returners leave, like, we're literally screwed. Like, it doesn't matter who, like, we're just screwed.
There's only 5 returners, meaning 4 other people that I can kind of trust, and then 8 newbies who either I've never worked with on a tribe or have been on my tribe and left. So I'm not feeling great right now, but hey, may merge. I am not immune, and I'm in a very, very bad situation because I know people that were on Sabab want me out. All the people that were on Majesta see me as a threat. I absolutely could be going home. The only thing that can save me right now is either me trying to talk and flip it onto somebody else, or me using an idol. Don't want to use an idol first round of merge. I had to do that last time. It was really, really bad. So I'm going to do whatever I can to avoid that.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, worst case scenario, if everyone really wants you and all the new people are down after tomorrow they're meeting, you should probably tell Morgan and Doug that you have the idol right before like tribal and be like, okay, just keep throwing votes on me and I'm just gonna play this idol, and then you can vote on whoever you want. You know, and then if you did that, then like everyone will be like, what the fuck?
And I know that you trust Andrew, so I don't want to like bash on him. But like he genuinely makes me really nervous. I'll say that right now. And it's fine if you want to work with him, but I
mean, I don't long term. Like, I'm being completely real too. Like, I'm not gonna try and have the best of both worlds like other people do. Like, it's just that like right now, I just don't feel safe and we get rid of him.
Yeah,
Because he's
that's-
the only
no,
one
it's
that can
fine.
tell us this. Like, I swear, like, I
Yeah.
take, like, all swears and promises seriously. Like, I would not ditch you for
Oh,
anything.
and I
Just
believe
because
you,
I
but
knew
it's
him
just
before, like, I swear,
Yeah.
like, I would not do that. Because I'm sure he wants to get me out long term.
I'm 100% willing to take it at the end.
Yeah.
But I've been in the situation where I thought I had like a final 2 deal and my final 2 jumped. It's not all about the numbers. It's about how you do in challenges. It's about how smart you are, how social you are, how strategic you are. So I mean, I think I still stand a chance. All hope isn't lost, but morale is low.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've heard Katie's.
Okay.
She scares me.
Yeah,
a
no, me
lot.
too. I'm down to do pretty much whatever's going to keep me in the game at this point.
I mean, I definitely heard you. I definitely heard Katie. It definitely seems like that's like the consensus between the both. It seems personally that they're leaning more towards you than they are Katie.
Okay.
Just as a heads up.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard 2 names so far from everyone I've talked to. It's basically you or Katie is what I'm
that's
hearing.
exactly what I've heard also, so.
They're just on a complete script. Yeah, it's gonna be you or Katie. It's gonna be one of you two. Okay. Well, they are very, very well coordinated, but I'm kind of seeing through the bullshit.
I'm gonna vote for Katie. I think that's the only thing that makes sense for me.
I know that they're all suspicious that I have an idol, so why would they tell me that my name is coming up? And repeatedly, Dylan, I heard your name. Dylan, I heard your name. Dylan, I heard your name. Well, first of all, we haven't been working together. So if you're not trying to get me to flush an idol, why would you tell me that you're hearing my name come up? Like, that's stupid. So already in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, they're trying to get me to play an idol. So bridges are burned. They're done. Screw them.
And Morgan doesn't seem like a physical threat to me.
I agree.
So like moving forward for individual immunity, I'm not too worried that she's gonna like blow everyone out of the water and win all of them.
Absolutely. No, I feel the same way.
I haven't really heard anything about Morgan just because she's not really a threat, which is, I mean, makes sense.
The only other returner in the game that's available to vote out is Morgan, and like 3 of the people that I met with made a point in saying that Morgan's not that big of a threat and they wouldn't be going for her. So that's kind of going through my mind.
So real talk. Do you want to keep Katie around?
I would be like, the 3 of us can work together. Like, I'm fine with that.
So like,
but I just hope that no one figures out what's going on.
Yeah. So like that's the hard balance, right? It's newbie strong, but I personally would like to keep Katie around at least for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that too. It sucks not getting immunity after losing the challenge. I have this huge target on my back now, especially since I'm roommates with Andrew. Like, I feel like that's one target, and then like now they think I'm this physical threat. Like, just because roommates played last season doesn't mean the roommates are like the same people this season. Like,
I'd have a hard time voting for Katie.
So you're saying you wouldn't vote her out?
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I would say I would have a damn hard time doing it. I'd rather keep Katie around because I can trust Katie more than I can trust half the newbies.
Yeah.
How do we say newbie strong? Let's vote out 4 of the 5 returners. Oh, except for that one girl, right? Like, that's where I get stuck.
I was a little nervous that me, Tony, and Katie were all on one side, and that if we lost, we would have like super good odds of having one of the 3 of us go home. So Tony's very worried, but and Katie's worried. I'm not as worried, but I'm worried about one of those 2 going home because those are probably my 2 closest allies at this point.
But I'd like to keep Katie around. I'm not saying like all the way to final tribal.
Yeah,
but
I
like
think
to
if
keep her around
Katie
for a
gets to
bit.
final tribal, she's gonna win.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
So I'd like
We're
to
gonna
keep
have
her...
another Sandra out here.
No, I agree. But like, I'd like to keep her around to final 6, 7, something like that. Because I feel like I can trust her. I feel like she trusts me.
Yeah, I'm down to flip, and like, if you want us to save Katie, like, I'm down for that. Like, Doug and Dylan need to go, and then I'm kind of satisfied. Like,
I agree. So I think once Doug and Dylan are gone, I don't leave them. I don't care about.
I really, really don't think Dylan has an idol. Tony's just afraid because he thinks he's the one that they're going to be voting for. So Tony's like, I'm not getting idoled out of this game. The returners probably feel like they have a better chance of swaying me than swaying Tony. You know, like, if there was a situation where they really needed someone to flip, I'm much more likely to flip than Tony would be. Like, we've now hit the merge. Pretty much the game has changed. Like, these great, like, huge 8 people, like, strong groups are great, but not for very long.
I feel like the thing is though, like Dylan seems like he already kind of knows that he's on the bottom because like pretty much as soon as like we lost that challenge, like he wrote in the other group me like I'm fucked. And it's just like a matter of time till like every returner gets picked off anyway.
The new Majestic people, I don't know that they're like thinking all the way.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to think, but like they're just so like locked in on the idea
like the 5 of you are working together. They're honestly petrified of an idol. The goal is to get one of the returners out and flush the idol.
Yeah.
Without the one we choose playing, right?
Yeah.
So nobody thinks Morgan has the idol.
I don't want to get Katie out of this game right now. And Katie's worried. I'm not particularly worried that I'm going to get a bunch of votes this week, but if I'm the returners, if I was them, I think I'd be going after Tony. Tony's the strongest physical threat. Also, Eggroll and Tony don't really like each other, so I think that's like kind of the obvious choice for them to go after.
We're telling you that it's Dylan. We're telling Dylan it's you, and we're all voting Morgan. Yeah. So that way you play your idol, Dylan plays his idol.
Yeah.
If either of you have it, and Morgan goes on.
I guess that makes sense.
And I mean, that's a brilliant plan, honestly, because like Dylan is freaking the fuck out and he would never play it on anyone by himself. So I was like, great, now how am I gonna convince him to use it on Morgan?
So if Morgan goes right now, then it's gotta be Doug or Dylan with a crazy split vote, whatever.
Yeah.
But then we're at 11, right?
Yeah.
So then it's gonna be 5. Even if the 5 Majestas stay strong, everyone else can gang up. Me, you, Michaela, Fish.
Yeah. I think the best move right now is to save Morgan. In the grand scheme of things, like, I don't really want another returner gone.
Basically, JS told us that he thinks that it's better to keep all the big threats in, so like you, Doug, and Dylan in the game. So he wants Morgan to go home, but he wants the idol to be flushed. All 8 of us are gonna vote for Morgan. I don't want to get Katie out just yet. Like, I feel like me and her could go to Final Four together, and it's honestly like really good in this game to have someone you can be like completely transparent with. And so like the longer I can keep her around, the longer I can kind of like push myself forward in the game. So I don't want her to go yet, but I know a lot of people are gonna want her. Like as soon as Dylan and Doug are gone, like she's gonna be the next name to come up, and I can't stop 8 people from voting for Katie. Like that's just not gonna happen.
It's basically Morgan, but if I tell Dylan to play this thing on Morgan, then
Can you just make sure the 5 of them don't vote for me?
No, they won't, because I'm gonna be in the meeting at 6:30 with them, so they can't say it's you.
Because now we're at merge. The threats are going home. Like whether you like it or not, they're leaving. I came to play this game to win.
Oh, I promise you.
Okay.
Here, you have to seal it. I don't know. Dylan.
Hey.
So Andrew told me that he's meeting with the new people at 6:30. So I really do think it's gonna be Morgan tonight. So do you think it's like worth it to play this idol on her, or like give it to her and pretend she has it, so that like they don't think that we're all working together?
And kind of my suspicions are confirmed. They are voting for Morgan. They're trying to scare me and Katie, thinking one of us might have the idol, one of us might play it. So okay, this is my chance. If I wanted to, I can save Morgan with my idol and get somebody else out. And this is like really, really tough because it's my idol. I found it. I don't want to share. I don't like sharing.
Let's say it's definitely Morgan and then we don't play it.
Okay, then if we don't play it, like we're fine this round, right? But then next week, that means it's either you, me, or Doug going home. Whoever doesn't have immunity. You would just play your idol probably, right? Because they would split votes. And then it would just be either me or Doug going home. Whoever doesn't have immunity. Based on Andrew's track record, like he hasn't really lied to me, and I think like he even voted with us to vote Winnick out, so.
Like if Morgan goes out of this game, then they can very easily pick us off one by one. 8-4, we don't really have a chance. If I keep Morgan in the game, get rid of one of the stronger, at least strategic newbies, I think that's where my chance lies.
So I'm putting all my trust in you.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, I'm putting all my trust in Andrew, but I seriously do think he's telling me the truth.
Okay, so I'm putting all my trust in your trust in Andrew.
Okay. In Andrew we trust.
Michaela texted me and she said everyone's leaving me right now, but she'll keep me updated. Because before she said it was going to be Dylan. And then I texted Fish and I said, hey, is it still Dylan? And he said, yeah. So that means they're all lying and they just want us to all like use whatever idols we have.
Okay, you guys get this over with. Okay, I have the idol. Fuck yeah. Wait.
No way. Wait, do you have any like clues?
I had that one.
Okay, yeah, this is.
Oh, you had the real one?
I have something. 15 minutes before tribal, Dylan pulls out the freaking idol. I was like, what the heck? He said he got it after the first clue. I was like shocked. I had no idea he had it.
And apparently Dylan found that idol a very, very, very long time ago. Actually, up until now, I honestly believed Dylan and Doug when they said they didn't have it. I always assumed Fish had it, or it went home with someone, or we were all just dumb and couldn't find it.
Okay.
As of now, I'm playing this for myself. I just want to warn you, unless you guys hear anything else. But if I'm playing for myself, then I think that means we all need to go together.
And if I'm going out, I want to go out in a shit show.
Welcome to Merge, everyone. Everyone here will either be on the jury or in the finals.
Woohoo!
Like final tribal council. Jack, how does it feel to have made it to Merge, to have made it this far?
Okay, high key, my only goal in this game is to make it. I feel like setting your goal, oh, I'm gonna win this game, like that's really unrealistic. Like 5% chance. Like I didn't want to like be a letdown because like I love this game so much. So, like to make it to Merge, like oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
High key, everyone leave now.
Tony, how do you feel being at Merge?
I definitely feel really good making it to Merge, but I know a lot of people like Jack have this goal like, oh, let's just make it to Merge and like that's it. But I'm here to stay, so
Yeah, y'all heard that?
Hey girl, this is your first time at Merge.
Damn,
I'm
trying to call you out.
Honestly, I deserved to be here last time. They just were scared of me, so they can suck it. No, I'm just kidding. It's really cool to be here, but it also kind of sucks because it's kind of lonely having like everyone we're working with voted out systematically. You know, it's a little bit depressing here.
So, Doug, how does it feel to be immune?
Feels great. I honestly think if my team lost that, there's probably like a 90% chance I'd be going home maybe. We merged now, it's an individual game, so the fact that I am a returner shouldn't be the reason you vote me out. If you vote me out as a returner, it should be because I'm coming for you. So like, it shouldn't be played as a newbie versus returner game, it should be played as an individual game. So like, if I'm someone that you think is truly coming after you, then like fine, vote me out. But like, the fact that I'm labeled as a returner shouldn't be the reason that you vote me out, because that might not be the best for your game personally.
Andrew, what are sort of the divisions of the 13?
It's pretty obviously like 8 to 5 newbies versus returners. Like if you didn't believe that before, like after the mutiny, like it's pretty clear. So I'd say like that's like the pretty big division at this point.
Dylan, that would put, you know, the returners in the minority. And looking at immunities, since 6 people want immunity, that leaves you, Katie, and Morgan as targets. Do you feel like you're in danger tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I think that combined with the fact that I haven't really gotten to talk to a lot of people that were on Majesta before, I think that definitely puts me at a big disadvantage.
Katie, how do you feel? Do you feel like you might be in danger?
Yeah, I mean, I'm worried it's me tonight because obviously, like, I know I've been a big threat since day one. I'm just hoping that the people I've talked to are telling the truth about what's going on and that I can trust them moving forward.
Katie, have you found any cracks in this 8-strong newbie alliance?
Not really, no. I mean, I've tried. I'm trying to do what I can do, but no, I don't think there's many cracks.
I think there's cracks. Like, there's obviously like the old Majesta people, and there's also the new Majesta people who are old Sababa people, and like,
so just
I mean, I think the people who mutiny knows that like, no matter what you do, like you probably can't break like the Majesta floor.
JS, with these returners, I mean, is all hope lost?
I think their best chance of like surviving past 8 is to have like a shit ton of hidden immunity idols, to win a lot of those what are those things called? Those challenges where you're safe.
Immunity?
Yes, immunity. I think that any person of the 8 tries flipping, you know, flippers, you know, get out of the game. You don't want to be a Cochrane. You know, if you flip, they're gonna take you out in like 2 or 3 votes because that's just what happens to flippers. I think everyone knows like the consequences of flipping, and I think it's gonna go pretty far.
Katie, do you see any threats in the newbies?
Well, I've heard from the grapevine that JS is a ringleader over here. And then JS also said there's another ringleader from Old Sababa. So there's at least 2 threats in this game. Honestly, I think Majesta 5 is a pretty big threat. Like, I don't really know who exactly is running the show. Like, it seems like it's JS, but who knows who's actually running the show. I think that's a big threat in itself, like the group.
And the queen stays queen.
Oh, God.
I didn't say all that.
All right, it is time to vote.
Dying right quick.
A plan's a plan.
Hopefully it goes well and it's a repeat of your last season. I'm sorry.
Ringleader here. Katie, I'm taking out your best friend.
Sorry.
But you had to go at some point.
It's so weird, it's light. I'm really praying this works out.
Can I just say I love this thing so much. I don't want to give it up. Who knows what's gonna happen tonight? Let's just hope it works out in our favor. Good thing I'm safe.
If you have the hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Hey guys. Hi. I have it, and I would like to play it for Morgan.
Okay. I caught it. Let the record show I caught it. All votes cast against Morgan do not count. Once the votes have been read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Morgan. Does not count. Second vote. Morgan. Does not count. Third vote. Morgan. Does not count. Fourth vote. Morgan. Does not count. Fifth vote. Morgan. Does not count. Sixth vote. Morgan. Does not count. Seventh vote. Morgan. Does not count. Eighth vote. Morgan. Does not count. Ninth vote. Andrew. That is 1 for Andrew. 4 votes left. 10th vote. Andrew. Eighth person voted out of Survivor Maryland. Winner take all and the first member of our jury, Andrew. That's 3. That's enough for tonight. Andrew, the tribe has spoken. Here we go. Good work, guys.
Damn. I feel like it was I kind of hung myself.
Damn. This is why they call them returners.
Voted 8 strong, but looks like those 8 votes did not count. Have a good night, guys.
I'm literally chasing these mofos to the idol.
I don't think a lot of the newbies saw it coming. But I do think one newbie saw it coming.
My only concern is being blamed.
So right away I was like, JS slipped, JS is a rat.
The ringleader needs to go.
Well, I feel like I probably hung myself, which sucks. Definitely feel like Katie betrayed me, which really sucks. I'm happy I made it to merge and I'm happy I made it to jury, but I had aspirations of winning the whole damn game, so you know what? I did what I could, so I'm happy with how I played. I think Survivor Maryland has been one of my favorite experiences that I've gotten to do during college, and you know, I have no regrets about the way I played the game, and I feel like it's really been a fun experience. I've loved it, every minute of it.